Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the True Crime King has returned. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? The King is back, guys. True Crime King is back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to True Crime King, the best, the coolest reaction true crime channel out there. I said, if they say something else about me and they want the smoke, I'm gonna bring it to them. And next time, I'm not gonna stop. So we'll see. The ball's in their court now. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? The King is back with you. Morning, guys. True Crime King back. Where she is, dude. To have sexual relations with this creepy ass clown. This is gonna be a great video, or it's gonna be pretty crazy. So hit the like and subscribe button, buckle your seatbelts, and get ready. Let's go.
Hit that stairs. Hit the stairs. Go.
What's up, guys? We're right in the middle of it. The officers are going in, trying to find the Nashville shooter. It's a trans person. I'm not gonna get into male, female. I you know, it's too many for me to keep track of. I don't. That's just me. But yeah, we're gonna break this down. And so is Activeselfprotection. So here we go.
Go stairs. Go stairs. Go. 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 Go.
But right away, you can tell, unlike the Uvalde, Texas, where they just stood there for hours, these guys just ran. They're running straight and trying to find this person, right? The only reason they turned around was because the door was locked and they had to turn around, and now they found a different way. And they're not walking, they're running.
Keep pushing. Go. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Move. Right.
And I mean, they can tell someone's firing a high-powered rifle very close to them. I mean, this guy's got a pistol, right? But the other one's got rifles. But they're still not hesitating and going straight towards them. Which is exactly how it should be done. If you sign up for this kind of job, this is what you should be doing, right?
Push an LPVO. Push an LPVO. Go right.
If someone knows what the LP, whatever he just said was, put it down in the comments for me. Clear. Yeah, so look how fast they took he or she or whatever you want to call the shooter down. I mean, boom, boom, boom. He didn't even get a chance to return fire.
Watch out! Watch out! Stop!
And in my opinion, those were just for a good measure because it killed 9-year-olds and 8-year-olds. Who does that? I mean, seriously. That was a 28-year-old person that used to go to this school and came in and killed 8 and 9-year-olds. I mean, what?
Moving! Stop moving!
But if I was in his situation, I wouldn't have took any chances either. I mean, obviously, that thing wanted to die, and it got its wish. It's dead. Clown. Okay? The worst thing, in my opinion, you could possibly do on this earth is kill little kids. Okay?
Watch left! Watch left! Suspect down! Suspect down! Hey, hold it.
The officers' shots proved fatal. When they got there, when they found the killer was turned out, looking out the window, shooting at responding officers' vehicles. The officer shots proved to be fatal to...
And, yeah, I haven't watched Active Self-Protection in a while, but that guy, he used to look a lot different. He's grown his hair out, it looks like, and he's got a beard now. Yeah, go back and check him out a year or two ago. It looks totally different. I didn't even recognize him. I recognize his voice.
To the perp, and again, 6 good people lost their life that day as well. Listen, there's an awful lot to talk about on this one from a prevention perspective, as a post perspective, but here in our analysis, I want to talk about the tactics, techniques, and procedures that we see here and focus solely on them. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Mike, I want to start this one and say, look, we can talk about an awful lot of things on the before side. You know, how could we have prevented this, those kinds of things. I think we really want to focus in this analysis on the actual stopping of the active killer. That's what our focus is going to be here. But of course, those bigger and broader implications and how we might prevent this in the future, I think that given the fact that the killer had 11 minutes by themselves, the firearms that the killer used are completely irrelevant. And so I don't think that, you know, oh, we've got to do something and have gun control is going to do anything here.
Yeah, listen, let's just say for a second guns were banned, outlawed. Nobody had guns, okay? This person would have fucking just used something else. It would have grabbed a knife or something, you know, or made a bomb, or did something, or used their car. There's so many other options besides guns. You have to have, you know, the gun doesn't just fire and aim itself, okay? Someone has to literally pick the gun up, take it to this school, okay, and then aim it and pull the fucking trigger, okay? And you gotta load it and all that bullshit. So, yeah, like he said, I don't think gun control is gonna help at all. I think maybe more guns need to be in the hands of non-criminals, legal, law-abiding citizens, good people that can stop things or people like this when they start killing innocent kids and innocent civilians.
Yeah, John, let's just talk about that for a minute. Me and Stephen Gutowski were talking about this incident for this week's podcast. And, you know, we really focused mainly on all the stuff the police did right. The police needed a win after Uvalde. Uvalde was a tragic nightmare of errors and just awful judgment on the part of leadership. And
I think that's another reason why these guys, they didn't walk, they ran the fucking whole time. And I think Uvalde was a big reason why, because every law enforcement, you know, in the country saw what happened at Uvalde, and you know, it made everybody look bad. So these guys, they did a great job, as far as I'm concerned. If you agree, hit the like button for me. I would appreciate you.
And this Nashville incident has shown how to do it right when you respond to an active killer. You know, we talk about gun control. You know, I could walk into any facility that's unguarded, like most schools are, unfortunately, with a Glock 17 with 30 magazines and kill as many people as I could with an AR. The idea that the AR is somehow at fault, I think, is just a fallacy.
Yeah, that's what I just said. You know, I mean, I'm not going to repeat it again, but somebody that has got mental problems, okay, has to do this. That's the bottom line. It's the gun does not have any mental problems, right? If you disagree with me, please put something in the comments, because I really would like to have a debate with you. I'd even be willing to do it live on video. Just let me know.
And gosh, I can't wait to get into this to talk about all the things Nashville PD did right.
Yeah, and listen, I think the school did the right thing. The doors are locked down, but the fact of the matter is the glass is not bulletproof. It's not shatterproof. And so one thing I think schools could do is not making bulletproof glass, but maybe putting, you know, some shatter film on the glass just to make it harder, take longer, make it a bigger and broader issue in order to get in. I'm not
Well, fuck it. Why not make the windows to the doors bulletproof? Then they couldn't shoot them out and get in, right? I mean, why not? I mean, we have to go into the courts. We have to be searched and take everything out of your pockets. You know, what I think maybe we should start putting that shit in place here. I mean, in schools. I mean, I know it's going to take longer, but guess what? There won't be fucking any shootings anymore because there's going to be people checking you at the door when you come in, right? I mean, I don't know. That's the only way that I can think to stop it. Either just bulletproof these windows and have them locked basically at all times, and have somebody, armed security, that check you, everybody, at every entrance. That's it. I mean, if we can do it for courts, then we can do it for our kids, right?
Faulting them for what happened here, okay? All the fault is on the part of the killers. Just something, a little thing that's cheap. That anti-shatter little film, you can buy it at Home Depot or on Amazon relatively cheaply, and that would have made it more difficult for the killer to get in. Would have given more time. That said, I really think the answer here, one of the answers here, is that we have to have somebody on campus who is armed and willing, because 11 minutes is forever. Thank God.
Yeah, and that's a good point. He said armed and willing, right? It doesn't do any good if you have an armed security guard there with a gun, but then when the shit hits the fan, he doesn't use the gun, just like Uvalde, right? I mean, so you have to have somebody with the right mental mindset that if a shooting's gonna go down, he's gonna run and try and stop, that threat. Right? I mean, give him a rifle as well,
The intramural team is on the field and not the varsity team, because there could have been hundreds of casualties here.
Yeah, let's talk about the glass. You remember, John, when we were kids, I don't know, you grew up in a different part of the country than me, all the schools had glass that had this sort of steel mesh embedded in it to prevent break-ins. At least the exterior windows all had that glass. I haven't seen that for a long time. But
well, that should come back. Anything to make it harder for people or whatever this thing is that shot all these people, make it fucking harder, right?
That might be something to consider for schools, because I think this is critical, John. When you are talking,
and I think I'm getting a little sick. If I know I sound a little different today. I apologize for that.
About an active shooter at a school, or anywhere for that matter, but especially at a school with innocent little children who cannot possibly defend themselves, every second counts. And if it takes that killer an extra 30 seconds, a minute to get through that outer exterior, through that glass, that makes a big difference and could save some lives. But again, 11 minutes, man, we talk about on the badge cams when a cop is in the middle of something, hey, don't get on the radio, call shots fired, quit talking on the radio, you need to handle this now. And we talk about these gunfights are over in seconds with some frequency. In this case, 11 minutes is an eternity. I just want to talk real quick about this officer here, whose badge camera looking at, Officer Rex Engelbert. May he never have to buy another beer for the rest of his life. As he's walking...
Yeah, I mean, really?
...in here, he walks by this administrator, teacher, whoever she is, and I'm so reassured that everyone has their poop in a group. She is out there, not hysterical.
Poop in a group. Never heard that one before.
Giving him information, important information. We got 2 students, we don't know where they're at. Everybody else is locked down. And when he responds...
I think it's short for something else that he doesn't want to say on YouTube, but whatever.
Thank you, ma'am.
Got your shit in line, shit straight. Yeah,
Or yes, ma'am. Very calmly. In his voice, what do I...
Notice as well, the guy standing by the door had the keys. Here's the keys. I can get you in. So everybody had a job. Everybody did their job. Apparently this school just went...
Well, if they didn't have the keys, we know how they could get in, right? They could just shoot the fucking glass out just like the killer did, right?
through active killer lock.
That's what, I mean, if I was the police and they didn't have the key, that's what I would have done to get in there. Shoot it out. Gotta get to that person immediately.
Down in active killer response training, and that helped significantly because everybody did their job. The teachers got the students into a safe place. So apparently the killer fired indiscriminately, wasn't targeting anybody in particularly, and because of that and because of their policies, the number of dead was kept significantly below what it could have been.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick, as I said a moment ago, in his voice when he said yes, ma'am, or okay, ma'am, or thank you, ma'am, I heard a lot of things. I heard what I heard myself say to myself as I ran into what was back in the day an active shooter, which is this is only going to end a couple of ways. Either this person gets away, or
he ain't getting, or he or she, whatever it was, wasn't getting away. I'll tell you that.
I have to take a life, or I'm going to get seriously maimed or killed. Those are the likely outcomes in this.
Well, this person texted a friend right before this and said she wanted to die, or he or she knew and they wanted to die, and they knew they were gonna die. So that's what that's what their whole plan was the whole time. And guess what? They got their wish, right? But yeah, that's basically the end of this video. Went over, the exciting parts and what I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, smash that like button. And until next time, guys, True Crime King out.